Or just shut up until we get to it.
This doesn't
Right
even
on
make
the
sense.
set. Going live. Zoom Room Video Communications brought to you by the BMC.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. Ain't no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo of Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside and outside Shroud Avatar 5 days a week. Or whenever we really feel like it, but that's just another story all in itself, I tell you.
Yeah.
Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Wednesday, November 7th, 2018, here inside Shroud Avatar.
After elections.
And that's right, it is the day after Election Day, and look at this. Everybody's still here, everybody's still alive, and we're back with the
That's
news.
what you think.
That's right.
We're all gonna die.
We're all
in short
gonna
order.
die. Boo-la-di-da-da. Welcome to the show. Eagle, how you doing? Win Silvermoon, welcome and thank you for those bits getting us started off right. And she got an event today I don't know about, or she just being nice today?
I don't know.
Love you, Win. But thank you. Eagle, answer your mail. Or you may have answered your mail. I haven't checked mine yet today, but it doesn't look like it.
Mail?
Yes,
What mail?
Eagle placed an order on the website, and I sent him email to confirm stuff, and I'm just waiting for him to get back to me so that I can send his goodies out, because I'll tell you what, boo-la-di-da-da. Thank you very much for those bits. Love you guys today. Love you. Everybody's in a good mood today, day after Election Day. That's right, we love you too. Thank you, Win. But yes, we do have a store. We do have swag that you can go to the store and order stuff to, aside from Patreon, where you can get specialty rewards for signing up and becoming a sponsor. Or you can do what all these folks are doing over here. You can cheer in bits. We love it when you all do that. It makes our day. And of course, buys Jack some extra Diet Dr. Pepper, buys me some extra Pepsi, and helps keep everything running here.
Helps me pay
NB.
for my medical insurance.
No, it don't. It doesn't even come close to helping you pay for your medical insurance.
Hey man, $1,000 in drugs a month.
Not covered under your insurance at all.
Nope.
You go to Canada.
I should.
Go hang out with Tradia and...
The only problem is that shipping from Canada, I've got a package that's sitting in customs right now for the last 5 days.
You're coming out of Etsy?
Yeah. my hat. But so it's like, I could order drugs from Canada, but the only problem is they have to be refrigerated, and it's one where it's like, yeah, don't know if I want to take that part.
Yeah, that don't work. That don't work at all.
Woohoo! Eagle, thank you. I love you. Yeah.
Eagle. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed. Yeah, thank you.
Getting lots of
I'm
bits.
telling you, man. People are in a good mood today.
So, do you know what that server-side patch was for yesterday?
I do not. Do not know what that was. I know I saw one. It was really weird, actually. As I was getting ready, I was stocked up and going out to fill up my vendors, and I hit my teleport button, and nothing came up, just a blank box. And I'm like, what the heck? And, you know, I hit it again, and then just I hit it the second time, this instance's closing came up, and I'm like, okay, maybe that got something. So I said, okay, I changed the instance, and I hit my teleport button again, and still nothing. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So, of course, logged out, logged back in, and everything was fine. But weird little bug there just right off the bat. I don't know if it was caused by the push, and I just happened to try and do it at the same time that the server was making the announcement, or what was going on. But simple restart of the game usually fixes any minor glitches that you may encounter on your regular daily, everyday routine. So, of course, if you see something in red in your bank or something that gets stuck, just log out, log back in before you make a bug report, because a lot of people I see, I love watching Janice, and Janice, you just see all sorts of threads that, there's one question answered and it's deleted like 5 minutes later. It's like, oh, fuck, I answered my own question. Okay, I should better pull that down. Yeah. Or whatever it is, it's usually something like that, where somebody get all annoyed, bugged it, restarted, and was like, oh, shit, it's not a bug.
Yep.
But moving right along, it is
I like it a lot.
Uh-oh, look out. Duke Ezekiel Cooper in the room.
Get up on my crack, boy.
I tell you.
Get on my crack.
Yep.
What's going on, Zeke?
I'm sitting here doing the moonwalk all over Jack's face is what I'm doing.
There we go. You are. There's an emote we need. We need the moonwalk. That would be really cool.
Well, don't really have an animator anymore.
But you just you think that nobody else can do anything if their title isn't animator or artist. You're severely wrong on that.
I'm aware, but
okay. Well, then stop harping.
It's not going to be the same.
Stop harping.
Dixie doing it.
Yeah. Well, I, as well as you and many others, had quite the affinity for Gix, so I can understand that. But,
it's just not the same without Gix.
It's just the doom and gloom that you think nothing's ever going to happen because there isn't your favorite artist anymore. Get over it, man.
So, what are you talking about? I'm not the doom and gloom guy. That's you.
Oh, really? I'll tell you what. We'll go back for the last 2 months and see who the doom and gloom guy is and watch all the tapes. And see who the guy with the bad attitude is. I tell you what.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Has everybody got their fill of seeing me rub my crack all in Jack's face on his screen?
Nah, I can watch this all day long. I tell you what. Oh, Spiffy's on the lot finally. Okay.
I've been on the lot since the show started.
I got here. You weren't here. But you can take over the musical entertainment portion of this from here. The only reason why I ever start playing is when Spiff's not here, or Jack's not playing Stones, whichever comes first.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's not really that many decorations on the lot.
Not as much as we used to have, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And we used to have a crap ton of stuff all over this lot.
Yeah, really not.
There's a Candace. He had to get up close to watch this because he's just getting an eyeful there.
Putting it all in his face, ain't I?
Well, I don't know about his face. It looks like you're having fun with the back of his head.
It's all over the top of his head.
Nice and smooth, man.
Yep. Well, it's got some stubble up there.
Scratching my ass with.
Yep.
But moving right along, of course, it is Hump Day here inside Shroud of the Avatar, and of course, got all sorts of things going on. Some interesting things to talk about.
Got some updates for people.
Got some updates. Which updates we going after?
Well, we've got the Taco Tuesday updates with the whole art department of Damon.
Damon Waldrop?
We're working on seasonal creatures and fishing and stretch goals.
Stretch goals, fish.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the day where they actually start doing some sort of mini game for crafting and fishing and mining and things.
That was a topic of something I was discussing with somebody, and we'll hit on that right after we get through this.
Yeah, waiting for that to come around. But yeah, also we've got over in design Beezus working on salvage updates and bugs. And then after that, Sanya working on Fatuxing the Fatui. Then you're going to see that the Energy Vortex Liz Rostov is working on dungeons. Hi, Boo.
He's saying over in chat. Botox. Anyway.
Whatever. Over in tech, Dr. Bob working on inventory updates and the Fatui audio.
Yeah, Fatui audio.
Yeah, it's a little. They're unfatuxing the Fatui audio. Then Sanyo's working on security and crown merchants.
Goody.
The Deathbringer one and only working on the Clockwork Pet updates and lightning updates.
Okay, what's wrong with the Clockwork Pets?
Clockwork Pets? Well, they're not generating...
Not telling time properly?
No, they're not ejecting enough steam.
Oh.
Yeah.
We need just another animation.
Yeah.
More particles.
Uh-oh, Lily's here to complain.
And she tried to bite my finger. She's like, she's just hanging out in my lap.
As I can hear her complaining down there.
As she's purring.
I don't know, I heard her, something went wrong.
Well, she's in my lap right now, so. See. Here's Lily. Then after that, we do have, let's see, where was that? JY working on, already did that. Deathbringer already did that. Studio Services. Chaos is working on shipping and forums and administration.
Admin.
And then useless overhead. Only Lord British was around, and he was fatuing the Fatuxed playthrough. And it.
Working on it. I love when they work on it.
Yeah. And I need to move that window just a wee bit. I still don't know why. What is that thing that's just going up and up and up? It's probably the game. Oh, it is.
What's that?
It's the game window. Since the game still does not automatically center itself in the monitor,
resize itself and actually put
it's
itself
partially over on a
monitor.
Different monitor. Yeah, and so it's like, man, what the hell is this thing that's going off over and over and over again?
You're not playing in full screen mode, because that doesn't happen. That only happens out of full screen mode.
I only play in windowed mode, so that way I can.
That's browser mode, man.
That's right, browser mode. There you go, browser mode.
Yep.
Speaking of browser mode, no, really. Let's go talk a little bit about those mini games. Now, I was out fishing with some folks, and we were talking, I think it was about 2 days ago, and the topic came up, and he says, I bet you the next thing we're going to see is those mini games, because, or they're going to make it in such a way that these are the ideas that were being tossed out. So again, this is all just stuff that we were discussing amongst ourselves, and nothing that came out of Portalarium.
No, it is all
The idea
players
was that
discussing things.
there would be a mini game within the fishing, and that the fishing would become to a point where, in order to do XYZ, you would have to group up and party, making it a work together type situation, and all sorts of other odd things that can be done.
I don't get that part.
Yeah, well, I didn't think that was as fun as a mini game. But if you were going to do a mini game, what would you do with fishing in a mini game? I just,
Well, you get to play around with the line, depending on your bait choice. I mean, because fishing does sometimes take some skill. It's not always just luck. There is a lot of luck involved in fishing.
You put a drag
but there
net
is
out, it's
but if you look at like people fishing, they're trying to also mimic bait, and they're doing that by playing around with like the fishing line. You also have to find out what the actual cast length is. I mean, you've got all kinds of different things. And what about underwater obstructions, things like that? And
losing your rig.
Yeah. So you got all kinds of things.
My goodness, Win, thank you very much. Awful generous today. Another 1,000 bits. Ooh, nice. Very nice.
It'll be another 4 or 5 months before I get another check from Twitch. Yep.
But all sorts of ideas being floated around out there, and of course, hot topic out there, and I don't know how many of you folks have checked it out, saw it, or whatever, but this one, I mean, I can go all day with this one, so let's dive right into it, because apparently some folks, at least one person, it looks like several people, got a little annoyed out there that a premium lot came up in Sultan the other day, and there were a bunch of people camping on it. There were a bunch of people in other instances. There was even a guy who put his pet on the stone so that other people couldn't click on it, and of course the race was on. And now, of course, all the, that's not fair, he shouldn't be able to do that, and he's gotten so many lots in the past. Listen, due diligence pays off. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you. And, of course, we've spoken to many, many people who have many, many different ways of claiming lots successfully very fast.
One is, don't tell people.
Well, this was a very obvious lot. I mean, even I had my eyes on it, and I forgot about it. Otherwise, I would have been there. But this was a prime piece of real estate entering into Sultan. And, of course, I did notice it, heading to my place. I was like, ooh, this is interesting. Well, apparently, Condis, he thinks that, making statements on the forums might get a chance at doing this, but the title of the topic is "Time for a Fair Lotto When Multiple People Want to Claim It."
Bullshit.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm in the same boat as you. Listen, this was part of our original argument of making sure that people had a way to get the deeds in game, because when this situation arose, not only are there going to be people camping it, but if there's a lot open up and you ain't got a lot deed and you couldn't afford it in the store, well, you just were out of the running altogether. And of course, Jack and I were very staunch proponents to get lot deeds in game to where players could buy them. We're also proponents of having more lot deeds available than actual lots. The idea from Port was that, there would be a limit and every lot would have a lot deed and that would be it. But again, we would disagree with that. We believe that, if you have the lot deed in your pocket and you stumble across this, you should be able to go ahead and claim it right then and there without having to worry about somebody coming along who had one, somebody who might be, again, the camping situation is hard to beat, but when you see that, you can go, oh shit, there's a lot coming up, and you could run over if you got the money, gold or crowns or whatever.
At least it's not the old. It's not the old in danger of collapsing where people were there for not just loot but also the lot.
People would love, love, love to see that here. I know that, but so anyway, this lot comes up for sale, and I'm going to let you read the intro. What his.
The premise is just flawed on it, though.
Will you placate me? If you're not going to do it, I'm going to do it. And you're going to have to sit through it anyway. So
a major Soul Town lot came up for grabs today. I wasn't in the running because I had to go do some stuff in real life, and due to my distance from the U.S., wouldn't have even tried. So he wouldn't have even tried, but I did swing in ahead of time to check it out. Some red flags raised for me on the lot selection process. One person said that another has somehow gotten 4 of the last 4 of the major lot drops. That's not good. There's maybe also a wyvern blocking the lot marker. That is not good.
So he's going off what somebody else said. Somebody else said that somebody got 4 lots already.
4 lots of 4 expired lots.
Yeah,
and there's no screenshot to prove this, right?
Well, first off, this guy does get a lot of lots. He's actually got 2. The guy who got that lot
wasn't Ashmall, was it?
No, it wasn't Ashmall.
That dude right there
might be one of Ash's alts, but I don't think so.
But I mean, at the same time, it's like, you know what? What happens if the owner of that lot logged in with 5 minutes to spare?
Oh, then
you'd be bitching. You'd be bitching about something else. It's one where you know what, the lots automatically refresh on login. Sometimes you have to go click on the stone or whatever. You can go by every single person's lot, click on the stone to see how much time is remaining until it reverts to its unclaimed status. So this is not this is just someone has vacated the property. It's the same thing where you end up with all kinds of other issues. I mean, Avatar must be logged in the zone at the same time. In order to claim a lot, everybody is now in multiplayer mode. There is, as far as towns go. So it's like you get to see everybody that you're fighting against. The request for it to avatars can click and register in a lottery for a location for a few hours for a full day beforehand. One, that means that the lots would actually have to go to an unclaimed status. Then you would have the lot sales registry. Then you'll complain about someone that goes out and buys gold and is able to act, and it becomes house for sale, and it goes off of whatever the current offer is, and someone can sit there and do whatever.
Now, you mean somebody actually made the suggestion that they put the dibs in a day or so before?
If you just click on that link right down at the bottom of the room, the last link there that I placed, you'll actually avatars see it. Yeah.
Must have the appropriate deed in the inventory when they register and at the time of drawing to win.
You gotta be shitting me.
In order to claim a lot, you have to have an appropriate deed anyways.
It's almost like, let's not even sit and play the fucking game. Let's put everything on, let's pre-order everything. That way we can just go do whatever we want to do and the game will play itself. Bullshit, guys.
First off, you got to understand his initial comments were, lot came up. I wasn't in the running because I had to go do stuff, and due to my distance from the U.S., wouldn't have even tried. So here's a guy who wouldn't have even tried to get it, who is making the complaint, which totally befuddles me as to if you had no chance, if you wouldn't have even tried at all, why in the world are you making this complaint? Okay, no oops. He said he wouldn't even have tried from where he was.
Yeah.
So I don't understand where that comes into play.
From the US.
Yeah.
What does it matter?
The ping
latency.
makes a difference. That's right. Now, the guy who actually got the lot, his name was, and he's down here, Candor Atlantica.
Oh, yeah, I hate that dude, man. He gets all the lots, man.
So you know who this is. You know.
I don't know him.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know him.
Yeah, but yeah, I know it's all Candor's fault. You know, that guy's out there always taking all.
I'm gonna blame that dude for everything now, man.
That's it. You know.
Yeah.
You trip and fall, you're gonna blame Candor now. That's right. So, of course, he goes on to say that everyone, you know, he assures them that they all had the same chances as he did. All he did was continually click on the lot until, and instead of waiting, he would just go click, 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 click until it got where he wanted. Yeah, click, 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 click. It is. And most people don't realize that. Everybody actually waits for all the gumps to come up and all that. And if you really wait for this, that's where you lose out. Because if you don't know that, you know, you don't have to actually wait for that gump to do its thing, and you know what you're doing, it's a piece of cake. You know?
Well, congratulations, Candor, on that prime piece of real estate.
I don't think putting the pet really had much to do with it, because there's always a way to click on that. It may have stopped them from clicking on it faster. That might be, you know. But,
if he already had the gump up, I mean, in his thing, he even said it's like he had he
had it up, yeah.
He had it up, and everybody else that was standing on the gump on the thing should have had it up as well. And so you end up he just waited until he saw the claim button, then he hit claim.
And that's all it's about.
Yeah.
Most of those guys are probably just watching that stone and not watching the gump. And there's the kicker right there. Of course, you got to know how to game the system. And now this is the kind of stuff that brings you back to the UO days, because not only were people waiting to scarf up all the shit that fell with your house, they were also waiting to take your lot after everybody scarfed it up as well. Now, I forget...
Click, Forrest, click!
Yeah, click, Forrest, click. Now, am I correct? You had to actually get all the stuff...
Yeah, then there was a cooldown.
Before you could claim,
implemented
right?
the cooldown. Even after you gathered it, it was like an hour or so.
You know, so you had the same thing, people camping as well.
Right.
Now, little different in UO, because you actually had to fit your house into the place. It wasn't like you were claiming on a stone, correct?
That's correct.
They never changed that. So you had to have the right size house in the right canter, as it might be, in order to fit that space. And if it was a tight space...
yeah, but there were workarounds around that.
Well, again, I'm just saying, it wasn't as easy as clicking a button on a stone and going claim and you got it.
It's totally thrown off. I mean, you in every game, there are workarounds and little mechanical things that you can find in the game to benefit yourself. And then for somebody to get mad about it or start raising hell about it, hey.
But that's not fair.
Yeah, whatever. Kiss my ass. Whatever. Candor, you did a great job. Bring those pets.
Yeah, and
but it's not fair.
I didn't get my lot. I wanted a lot in Sultan. Yeah, so Candor now has 2 lots. There's actually somebody else who has 3 lots in Sultan. And yeah, well, again, I know that these were gotten through house falls. And, you know, right place, right time, knowing what to do is what's going to help you out. So, again, and if you think that you're too far away on your ping and you're out of the running, then you probably shouldn't be complaining in the first place.
There's a real easy fix to all that.
Move to the U.S.?
No. No. 9 times out of 10, no, I'll say 7 times out of 10, that dude is a loner. All right? If he would have been with a group, which I've always said this game is based on the community, and then on top of that, the guilds in this game. If you'd have been part of a guild that gave a shit about you, they would have all been there trying to grab the lot for you.
There you go. Putting up some competition against everybody else.
There you go.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how many people out there actually... Candace, you killing me. And
It's
no,
silly.
it wasn't Elmo, by the way, so now that you know. But I guess I'm a little late on that comment. But anybody who was here for the land rush will remember, and we had instances that you could go hide in. I had forgotten that there were people who mentioned being in different instances, but I forgot. Nobody could be in a different instance anymore in Sultan. Well, that's not true. It's possible, but you would still see multiple people. You just wouldn't be in your own instance.
That's only if someone actually reaches over 100 people in that instance.
Well, I'll touch on another subject, but I don't want to get off this one.
And then we actually have to look at realistically how many players does it take in order to open up a new instance, which means that would take the players to actually test it and say, okay, we've reached this number of
one player, because there's a thread out there where a party of guys all left the dungeon scene and half wound up in one instance and half wound up in another instance upon exiting a dungeon. So it don't take much to get into another instance. So let's just quash that one right off the bat.
Dungeons. We're talking about towns.
He left the dungeon and went out either into a town or the overworld, and they wound up in different instances, okay? When you leave the dungeon, you wound up in different instances, okay?
Party mode.
No.
I'm in private mode right now.
Party.
In the household.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Zeke.
But it's
four guys in a party left the place, and half wound up in one spot and half wound up in the other spot, even though they all should have went to the same spot. That was the complaint. But anyway, it don't take much. I know it's what it's supposed to. I know what the mechanics are to go, but the computer choosing where you get dumped sometimes winds up a little different than what's supposed to happen. Let's just put it that way. But back to this lotto. It's a cutthroat world out there. This is the world that we live in, and of course, this is what you're going to have to contend with. Now, imagine when this world actually fills up and there are lots going off daily like this. Imagine how much fun that's going to be. To see people vying for these lots. Now, a lot of these lots are held by people who have quite the long time before they drop. I know that myself, Jack, Zeke, we all have over a year before we have to log in, before we would be in fear of losing any of those good lots.
Well, this lot
That's not fair either.
is not exactly true, because
that's fair.
this lot is actually held by a lord, so it expires in less than a year.
Well, again, depending on your situation.
269 days.
But most lots, you got at least a 90-day play with them if they're tax-free. If you have a taxable lot, I don't know how many. I got a laugh, actually. It was another guy posted. I just found out what the max rent is, 104 days. And it's like, dude, I could have told you that. I max it out, every other month. Because I can. I just don't want to worry about it. I charge up my lot rents, and then I just go pay them all off for the maximum every couple months and forget about them. And occasionally I have that one
until
account.
They expire.
Occasionally
they expire.
I have that one account that I forget about, and I get the email, and the email goes, "Hey man, you got a lot expiring soon. You better go check that shit." And for those of you guys and gals who don't know that, is You do get an email once your rent runs below that 13-day mark and you start running low on your rent. You get emails in your email, your registered email box. So if you used a messed up email to register, well, you're not going to get those. So, but you do get those notifications when your lot's about to expire. So I'm guessing whoever this was who lost that lot is either in a situation where they're not getting their email, can't reply to their email, or can't log in order to save the lot. Because yeah, that sucks. That lot had been by that same owner since pretty much we got started out there.
Yep.
That's why I live in a POT where I can sign the lots to myself, and even if my shit falls, I'm good.
Yes,
It just goes straight to that bank, and you get to reclaim that lot.
Yep.
I'll tell you what.
Problem solved.
I've got several residents of promotion I ran when I started first populating my my towns, and I'll get to this in a second. I got two questions.
Which one?
I got Synodox has a question, and let me just reply to him to see what his question is. And Tara Incognita's got a question about how are poison and pets now, watching a few YouTubes. Poison and pets, poison's alright, could be better. Pets, they still need some work, but a lot better than they used to be. But, I'm waiting for Synodox here to get this. While he's doing that, what I offered my members, or my residents, was that I would assign the lot in their name, for moving in, so that even if I'll give you a good example, Donnie Brascow. Donnie Brascow comes and goes, and he he has a tendency not to pay up too much on his lot taxes. So he comes, his shit falls, he complains that he forgot to log in, then he gets to go right back to his lot because his lot's in his name, and nobody can take that away from him because a player-owned town owner can actually say this is his lot and his lot only, and nobody else can ever claim that.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hi, Drake here. So, Synodox, he's got a problem. One of his skills not going past 48. All other skills set not to train. He's got a pool of over 300k, and it's not moving.
What kind of skill is it?
Yeah, well, that was my next question.
Because, like, if he's talking like a crafting skill, and so he's trying to say work batching, you have to make sure that you're working on refined materials only.
Yes, that's what we're about to find out. It's probably going to be the carpentry. I'm trying to do this, and my skill's not moving because it's not related to weapons puncture glyph. So let's look at this one.
So that is bladed. And wait, where is puncture at?
That would probably be a pole arm.
It is.
Pole arm. And he's making sure that he's using that skill. He should be able to go to a training dummy and just like set that one skill on, lock it onto his toolbar, and use that one skill and see if it goes up that way. And if he's looking at the bar while it's being activated, because that is active use for the skill gain.
You will notice it inch up slowly.
Yeah, and you should see the green bar progress until it levels up.
Yes. So first off, I'm making sure that he's using a pole arm and he didn't switch to his sword, thinking that.
One would think one might be able to puncture with a sword, but one cannot.
Yes. I don't know if he's listening, so I gotta answer here.
And if you spend a couple of hours in UT, you will notice it'll go up a lot faster.
Nope.
All right. So anyway, moving right along. Yes, I got a good giggle out of this lotto, and of course, when Jack first saw it, he's like, "What's with this lot raffle?" I'm like, "Not lot raffle. You got to read it."
What do I got to do? Walk around every freaking lot and just put my name on it, so as soon as it falls, I'm on the list. So
Well,
I
that's
can lotto it.
Right.
That's what they would
Right,
like.
Spiff.
Apparently, it's apparently what they would like on this, but.
I got better freaking things to do.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I could feasibly do that if that were the case. But again, like Zeke, while I have a lot here, and again, I've got lots all over the world. I've got 19 different locations aside from my player-owned towns. And to answer your question, Spiff, it doesn't matter which one of my player-owned towns. I can do it at any of them.
Yeah, I know that. Remember
Yeah.
that lot I told you in that one town that was about to fall? You had 5 days left on it?
And he's wondering if it's because he has a weapon that has that with that skill on it.
No. Just make sure it's pole arm.
Yeah, you gotta remember, spears are pole arms.
Yep.
What else
And
would
hold,
they be?
hold on for a second.
Holding. Oh, Jack's got to do something. Somebody knocking at your door? Weren't too
People
sure.
talking in the background.
Oh.
Don't know
People
what
are home?
the hell's going
I'm
on.
shocked.
No idea what they're talking about.
Caffeine shared with some bits over there for you. That was nice.
Yeah.
Very
I said
nice.
thank you, caffeine, when you did it.
Well, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah.
I was on my soapbox. You know how that.
This was way before your soapbox.
Hey, I'm Laz. That's why.
Yeah.
Laz gets really involved with his soap.
That's right. Have a lot of fun with that stuff. But moving right along, yeah, I just don't see that, man. You got the same chance as anybody else, just not got to know how to do it, and got to be diligent. Just because you missed out, and again, if you weren't even going to participate, I don't understand why you would even start complaining.
You know, there's a reason patience is a virtue.
That's right.
Yep.
Absolutely. But of course, anybody else got any information on this or any thoughts? Let us know. We're here all day. And yeah, I should tell him
Something like that.
on this.
No. You shouldn't tell them anything. Sometimes reloading the games fix a stuck skill.
Yes. A reboot. Have you tried to reboot yet? Yeah, it was good old dog Bert.
Have you turned it on and turned it off again?
Hi, my computer. Shut up and reboot. Oh, hey, shut up and hang up. Yeah, I know. Increasing my
Yeah,
call
but
time.
you saying that it might actually happen.
But yes, moving right along. It's about that time of the day. Yeah, right, Botox? I tell you what, is...
It's not that time of the day.
Yes, it is. 'Cause you're just not paying attention.
Yeah.
Tune in, it's
No.
a promotion.
Why would I pay attention to what you're talking about?
I don't know. You don't pay attention to half of what we do around here anymore. So.
Why should I?
Because it's your job. It's
See, now it's time for you to do
it's,
this.
you're half of the team. You know.
Oh,
I don't know. Because you got nothing actually better to do than, you know, Netflix and chill. Well, I guess that's better.
that is so much better. It's November. I broke that on November 1st.
That's right. Yeah, Botox, I'll tell you what, one of the greatest moves I ever made was getting my towns. And, you know, there's so much to be done with them and so much to just, you know, as it changes, as people come and go, I like, you know, watching the landscape change, because I've had people move in, move out, move in, move out, and always interesting to see what the new folks do. Anyway, moving right along, got to remind you folks that if you want to take Shrouded Avatar with you on the go, when you go, or wherever you go, you can get your hands on the wonderful NBNN Shrouded Avatar app, available in the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store. What's a laptop got to do with it?
Nothing.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Avatar on it.
Well, I can't play Shroud on my laptop.
I can log in and move around.
I can log in and die.
Yeah, I can move around a little bit.
I'm lucky if I get 4 frames a second on my laptop.
Yeah, I can log in and sit down. Can't even pan the scroll. Now that's because of remote desktop. That's another topic. But yes, the NBNN Shrouded Avatar app out there for you guys and gals, because it's got all sorts of great stuff in there. You can read the NBNN Daily Britannian, published 7 days a week, with news from Shrouded Avatar and beyond. And of course, you can subscribe to the Daily Britannian and get that directly in your inbox every day of the week. So when you wake up,
that on a Kindle, the Kindle will actually read the Daily Britannian to you.
If you have voice settings on, any phone will do that. Not just the Kindle, but of course it becomes a little bit annoying when it mispronounces words or starts reading stuff like advertisements or other things that may be in there. But yes, that can be done too. You can check out the forums, you can hit us up on social media, you can join us in Discord, you can shop the marketplace, or you can check out the NBNN Shrouded Avatar Community Calendar, which is brought to us each and every day by our good friends over at hometownhero.com for all your vape juice needs.
That's right.
As we vape
NBNN info. Click on the calendar button, and you too can look at this aggregated mess of a calendar that is all of the available Google public calendars that guy knows about. If you have a Google public calendar and you want your event, your calendar hooked up, or if you want to add events to the one-off events to the NBNN Shroud community calendar, email that guy news@nbnn.info.
And
he'll do something with it eventually.
Don't email me complaining about other people's calendars. All I did was share their public calendars in
we have no control over anybody else's calendar.
What they post. That's right.
Yeah. The only calendar that Laz has control over is the NBNN Shroud community calendar, which currently has no events listed on it.
That's not true. I have the NBNN calendar. I have the WRFB
the NBNN
calendar.
News calendar, which doesn't even have Lunch with Laz and Jack on it.
You better refresh. It's there.
You can also complain if you lose a lot to somebody. I'm sure he
refresh.
wants to know.
12 p.m. simulcast.
Hold on. It's not going in and out. So I don't even know which calendar you're using that for. Oh, you're using it as the Radio Free Britannia calendar.
The radio calendar.
Yeah. But yes, don't forget Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s. So Laz has control of 3 calendars on there. NBNN, WRFB, and the NBNN Shroud Community Calendar.
That's right. Where we post the one-offs.
3 of those 77
who don't,
calendars. Yeah. But yes. Hi, Lily. Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. You can always tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia to listen to 2 idiots interpreting the news, so you don't have to. A little show called Lunch with us.
Yes.
Then 7 p.m. on Radio Free Britannia is the 70s at 7. that is going to be followed by an ear hole probing, because you
The
want your
doctor
ear holes
is
probed
in.
by the doctor. She is a professional at probing holes. And that is on Wadia Radio Free Britannia. And that is Dr. Eclipse Maiden with unmedicated schizophrenia, part 1. At 8 o'clock in-game, we also have Striker Sparhawk's Happy Hour, which is Laz's favorite event of the week because it's also known as
Spend Sparhawk's Gold.
That's right. And the final event of the week, of this hump day, is going to be the Weccoed Womb on Wadia Radio Free Britannia. And that's our community calendar. And Lily's like, I don't know what Lily wants.
I don't know what she would be either.
But she likes it when you pet her nose. But yeah.
But
You know what
yes,
time it is, right?
that's it for today's calendar.
Short calendar.
Yes, lot of the events have waned off, and again, I'm expecting things to ramp up here during the holiday season, and we'll see.
Yeah, a lot of one-off event for the holidays.
Now, I was floating around, like I said, out doing my restocking, and I got to tell you, excuse me, I've been running into just loads and loads of new people. Not just out in the world, but just, here in, I'll be sitting here in Owl's Head, and I'll look at the, who's in the area, and I'm getting, 10, 20 people a day just coming through Owl's Head, not even leaving. I must have added another 50 new people to my list last night, passing through the overworld, sitting in Sultan for a little while, just out in the towns that I was in, stocking my vendors. So I can definitely see.
Isn't it amazing?
I can definitely see a major influx of characters. And somebody says to me, well, or new accounts. And I'm like, I tell you what, there's too many of these for these to be new accounts.
It's like, why would they be new accounts when it's free?
Well, that's the point, is, people who have paid accounts maybe wanting to try new builds with a free account just to see what it is, but there's way too many of them. And I heard a number, 1,000 people a day coming in, or 1,000 people a week. I wasn't.
I don't know.
I just heard a very large number on that. So. There are droves of people coming. Retention rate, according to Chris, is pretty good. They're pretty happy with it at the moment. And I think the holidays are going to be a big help. I've been one of them guys who every year is like, I hope they release during the holidays. I hope they release during the holidays. I hope they release during the holidays. But never happened. We didn't release during. We actually released closer to Easter, not the holiday I was thinking. But anyway... Moving right along, don't forget you're watching Lunch with Laz and Jack right here on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News, catching us in replays on YouTube or 12s and 6s around the clock on the in-game radio. Gotta thank you all for your support, for watching, for tuning in, and of course all those of you folks who are out there going ahead and tossing some coins our way. Win Silver Moon, gotta love you for today's cheers. Boo la di da da. We got Eagle out there tossing some coins our way. Caffeine. I tell you, we love you guys, and we do appreciate it. And if you want to become a supporter of NBNN, you can go to any of our websites, click on those donate buttons. You can cheer in bits live while we're here, or you can cheer in bits on the 24-hour loop. We ain't going to stop you from that. I'm usually monitoring, and you'll get some kind of a reply most times. You can become a subscriber going out to patreon.com/NBNN, or if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a monthly sub to Twitch. All you got to do is link your Twitch and Amazon, and you get a free monthly sub every month. And remember, You have to resubscribe monthly on those, folks, so we gotta constantly remind you. Jack and I both have friendly reminders on our web pages where we stream, so if your sub is ready, it'll say, hey, you've got your free sub ready, go ahead and use it. And of course, don't cost you nothing because you're already paying for Prime. Puts a couple extra coins in our pocket, and we appreciate it. Don't forget the Airy Fund. Become a supporter today and play for a cause. Check out the airyfund.org. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to check out the newly renovated Black Rock Cove. All sorts of lots available.
Renovated again?
Yes, you
Yes,
never
it
go
got
out there,
renovated
so you have
again.
no idea. Yes, renovated again. New waterfront lot properties now available, and of course a whole new market right on the docks as you come on into the town. So don't forget all sorts of crafting goods available, all at rock solid prices across the board, because that's what guild pricing will do for you. You ain't got to search from vendor to vendor looking for the best price, because all the vendors have the same prices, folks. And
Hey, we got a marina out there now too.
Yes, you
That's
know,
awesome.
I'm telling you, things are looking pretty sharp out there. You should go take a look, Jack. Go check out your own guild. And of course, Black Rock Cove's located in the Quell region, next to the town of Exeter, and conveniently located next to the mines that you want to be near. Our friends at HometownHero.com are giving away a bottle of e-juice free. All you got to do is pay shipping and a penny. Okay, it's not quite free, but the law's the law. But if you want to try some juice and you don't want to pay a whole lot, check out HometownHero.com. Drop in your email, tell them you want to try it. They'll get your information. They'll send you a bottle to try. Pretty much on the house. And, of course, we'll save you your money on recurring purchases when you use the promo code NBNN. And you'll save 20% off any other purchase at HometownHero.com. Coil more wands, putting the magic in your hands. Scrota's Music Service, putting the music in your ears. RelicsByRild.com for all your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. Looking for goodies? Check out Relics by Rild. And of course, we'll save you 10% when you check out promo code, you guessed it, NBNN. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest in news and entertainment 24/7, non-stop around the world and inside and outside Shrouded Avatar. And of course, last but definitely not least, my favorite sponsor of all is the ShroudMarketplace.com, because you too can get your vendables bought or sold on Shroud Marketplace. And of course, who doesn't like
anything
waking
and
up
everything
to money in
game
their
related
PayPal?
can be
That's
bought
right.
or sold at Shroud Marketplace. Over 135 different players registered as vendors at Shroud Marketplace. Each vendor is responsible for setting their own prices and maintaining their own inventory. And it is super easy to register an account, click on vendor registration, then start adding items. It's so easy to do. Laz can do it. I
That's
can
right.
do it.
I've opened a store.
Lots of other people can do it.
I listed my stuff, and of course now I just sit back and wait for the money to show up in my PayPal.
Caffeine can do it.
Get a
Scarface
little
can do it.
notice on my
Marlene,
phone says, "Hey, you've got money. Go make a delivery." And I go, "Okay." I log in and I go make my deliveries. I love this shit. Great stuff.
That's right,
Great
yeah.
stuff. And of course,
anything and everything from accounts to game gold, crowns of the obsidian cheaper than you can get off the add-on store, decorations including indoor deco packs from the Deco Divas, all the way to services,
collector's
Granite
boxes.
blocks.
That's right.
collectors boxes,
Don't forget those
granite
collector's
blocks.
boxes.
Yeah,
Yeah, granite's a hot commodity out there.
yeah. No, wait, let's do a search for granite real quick. Granite. Let's see who else selling granite right now. Is Last still selling? Caffeine selling granite blocks. Dread Pirate Exchange. is selling
Actually,
granite
I
blocks.
pulled my listing down because I actually was building and I
Uh-huh.
didn't know how much I would have left over. I still have several thousand left over that I'll probably relist here in a day or two once I'm finished.
Yeah, 3 different people are selling granite blocks right now.
Gotta love it because
And
healthy competition.
3 different prices. So
Now,
you
don't
get to look
forget.
at it and say, hey, this is what I want to pay for it.
The marketplace, you look at it, and there's the price. It's listed. There's none of this PM me, none of this
PM me.
make me an offer, none of this you don't know what you're going to pay or how much somebody wants. Okay, and a lot of these guys and gals have make an offer. So if you don't like the price, you can click on the make an offer. And I tell you what, I've accepted many an offer made to me. I've turned down quite a bit as well, just because they were too low.
Yeah.
But you know, try it out. Don't hurt, because a lot of times I'll take a little lower offer just to make you happy.
Depends on how close it is.
Yeah. Now, if
Yep.
you're gonna offer me half price, I'm probably not gonna take that.
Probably going to say no.
Eagle, get in touch with me, buddy. And thank you.
But anything and everything from accounts all the way to game services, and that's leveling services. 3 different vendors offering leveling services. Gus Ball hosts a game. Cheese sign writing. It's the cheesiest. Scrota's music.
That's right.
Scrota's music service for $5 gets you
Anything you want.
Oh, he's here.
Including
That's
Scrota.
exciting.
Yeah, anything and everything.
We're so
But
used to
yes.
him not being here. We do his lives.
Some guy even selling a wedding package.
That's right. Wedding services at Weddings and More by Labs, because it's not just weddings, it's a whole lot more. You want those expired telethon bundles? I've got them. You want box collector's items? I've got them. Want some lot deeds? I've got them. Looking for those rares? Need more cowbell? That's right, got that too. Bulk ore? Got it. You name it, I've probably got it. And if you don't see it, hit me up and ask. I've most likely got some of it floating around someplace. And of course, if you're looking to get hitched, I'm the guy to see. I've got everything from the gown and tux to the venue and custom bows. Because it's not just weddings, it's a whole lot more. And of course, that brings us to this time of the day where I got to put my hospitaller hat on and go help somebody. And we'll
Go
be
help him
back.
figure out how to use skills.
Yeah, I got to
in-game
figure out
skills.
what his problem is. So we'll do that right after the show. But meanwhile, we'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz,
I'm Jack.
and we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And thanks for the bits.
Wiedersehen. Tschüss.
Oh, by the way, Proposition 8 failed